SAUTI on Africa Headline, Eradicating Corruption, the Path to Justice and Prosperity in Africa. Corruption is a scourge that cripples progress across many African nations, destroying the social fabric and condemning generations to poverty and stagnation. It perpetuates inequality, misery, and widespread distrust in institutions. While a select few benefit, the majority suffer from a lack of basic services and a stolen future. Corruption is not just a legal violation, but a moral betrayal against the people, undermining their dignity and prospects. Its effects are immediate and severe. Resources meant for education, healthcare, and infrastructure are siphoned off into private accounts by a greedy elite. When children are denied schooling, patients die from poor healthcare, or roads remain unfinished, corruption is the root cause. These acts are moral crimes against the population, who pay the price with their blood and sweat. The most visible consequence is poverty. Corruption traps resource-rich countries in a cycle of underdevelopment, where wealth rarely benefits the people. Instead of promoting collective welfare, corrupt governments plunder, leaving populations in hardship. This systemic theft erodes the nation's soul, fostering impunity and cynicism, killing any hope for reform. Beyond embezzlement, corruption dismantles governance and justice. Judicial systems protect the corrupt while punishing those who resist, contributing to social decay. Institutions lose credibility, and disillusioned citizens withdraw from civic participation, knowing their voices are powerless in a system where money outweighs justice. Corrupt regimes govern not for the people, but to maintain their privileges, with no fear of consequences. The economic damage is devastating. Nations that could be global leaders are reduced to exporters of raw materials because corruption discourages investment and stalls economic growth. Infrastructures like roads and energy systems are either over-invoiced or abandoned, worsening citizens' suffering while corrupt leaders grow richer. Without infrastructure, true development is impossible. The greed of the corrupt is boundless. While they live in luxury, millions lack electricity, water, and food. Corruption turns governance into an instrument of plunder, and each new scandal is a reminder of the elite's disdain for the people. It's as if corrupt leaders declare that citizens' lives are worth less than their illicit gains. Yet, corruption is not inherent in African culture. Historically, African communities valued justice and collective welfare. Before colonization, governance was grounded in solidarity. Corruption is an imported poison, sustained by power structures that exploit the people's sacrifices. To combat this scourge, laws must be strengthened, but so too must our collective resolve. Corruption can no longer be tolerated. We need strict laws, severe penalties, and constant oversight to rid society of this evil. Corrupt individuals are criminals who steal futures, destroy dreams, and sabotage progress. It's time to restore the principles of justice and equity that once guided African societies. A nation's true wealth lies not in the bank accounts of an elite, but in the prosperity of its people. The fight against corruption is a fight for dignity, justice, and a better future. This fight must be waged without compromise. Africans deserve leaders who govern for the common good, not personal gain. We need transparent governance where merit and integrity are rewarded and laws apply equally to all. Those who enable corruption through bribes or silence are equally responsible. The corrupter is as much a criminal as the corrupt, for they fuel the greed that robs the people and kills progress. Without enablers, corruption would collapse. Only by confronting both corrupt individuals and their enablers can we dismantle this system of suffering. This is the only path to creating a just society, where resources benefit all, not a corrupt minority. Africa's potential is immense, but it will only be realized when corruption, in all its forms, is eradicated. The time to act is now, with justice, determination, and resolve to ensure a dignified future for all.